We romanticize pain because it gives meaning to what hurt us. If suffering becomes beautiful, then it wasn't for nothing. We tell ourselves that the broken years were character development, that the wounds were lessons, that the loneliness made us deeper. And sometimes that's true. But sometimes we're not healing. We're just decorating the damage so we don't have to look at it honestly. Notice the pattern. We chase people who give us just enough to stay, but never enough to feel safe. We romanticize late replies, emotional unavailability, love that feels like walking on glass. And when something is calm, consistent, kind, we say, I don't feel the spark. But what we really mean is, it doesn't feel familiar. Psychology has a word for this: trauma bonding. When affection is inconsistent, your brain releases more dopamine. Not because it's healthy, but because it's unpredictable. Your nervous system confuses anxiety with excitement, stress with desire, intensity with connection. So pain doesn't repel you, it hooks you. From a young age, we were taught stories where love suffers. Movies taught us. If it doesn't hurt, it isn't real. The lover waits. The lover begs. The lover endures distance, silence, abandonment, and calls it devotion. But notice something. Peace was never the plot. Healing was never romantic. Stability never sold tickets. So we learn to desire what looks like struggle, because struggle was always framed as meaningful. There's an old saying, we choose partners who feel like home, but no one tells you home isn't always safe. Sometimes, home was walking on eggshells. Sometimes home was silence. Sometimes home was love you had to earn. So when love arrives gently, without fear, without tension, it feels wrong, because it asks nothing from your survival instincts. We romanticize pain because pain feels earned. We were taught, love is sacrifice. Love is endurance. Love is staying even when it costs you yourself. So we stay. We over-explain. We wait. We tolerate crumbs and call it patience. Because leaving feels like failure, and peace feels undeserved. Carl Jung once suggested that what we don't heal, we repeat. Not because we enjoy suffering, but because the psyche seeks resolution. So we replay the same story with different faces, hoping this time it ends differently. But the ending only changes when the lesson is learned. Here's the truth they don't romanticize. Real love is often quiet. It doesn't rush. It doesn't confuse you. It doesn't keep you guessing. And yes, at first it can feel boring. But boring is often just your nervous system finally resting. Not every intense connection is meaningful. Not every pain is profound. Not every struggle is love. Sometimes healing feels empty before it feels full. Sometimes peace feels unfamiliar before it feels safe. And sometimes what you called passion was just survival asking to be seen.